Upstream, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know anymore, but welcome to my video. And welcome to the first video that we are talking about Project Spooky. So we're gonna call this video Devlog 1 Project Spooky. And why do you guys thinking I hear you guys thinking, why are you making this video? And why do you speak so incompatible, stupid ass English? My answer to that is I'm Dutch. Check my intro video. Nah, that's just rude though. No, bro. If you guys don't mind though, my English is not the best though. I don't know like what words I need to use sometimes, so bear with me, yeah? Well, welcome to Devlog 1, Project Spooky. And we are going to talk today about what is Project Spooky, what type of game is it, and what is the whole progress. I have a few talking points about it, and I'm just gonna start with the first info about the game, what engine I'm using, what type of game is it, when do I expect to launch it, what's the roadmap of the game, and everything else. And I know one question in particular is like a little bit early to talk about, but I will get to that though in a second. But yeah, welcome to Project Spooky. It's gonna be a game that I'm gonna design. I hope together with my girlfriend because she's learning Blender and she is really creative in mind. I am too, but she is more like hands-on creative, so I think Blender is the perfect fit for her. And with coding though, you can find problems really easy. So you can see where I'm going with. So first talking point of the day is what engine does this game what engine is this game built on? It's pretty easy to see already on my screen. You guys see Unreal Engine. I'm gonna build this game completely with Unreal Engine, and it's gonna be Blueprint based. Why Blueprint? I answered this in the other video, but C# or C++, how the hell do you wanna not call it? I will call it one and the same. I know it's not the same, but it's one of the same for me. I know the basics, but not here. I know a lot with blueprints. Already forgot it a little bit though, but I know a lot with blueprints. So that's why I'm building with blueprints. And blueprints are the future of game development. If you are saying it's not, it is though. Unreal Engine is even the future. I think it's gonna take 5 years, and Unity will do the same with a lot of stuff though. With the blueprints, some people made already plugins for that though, and everything. But yeah, it's built on Unreal Engine, and it's my favorite engine because it's easy for me to turn on ray tracing. I can use tools like Quixel Bridge. I can use tools like the MetaHuman, and it's all free to use. Quixel Bridge is completely free to use. That's what you pay for when you release a game. With when you are going over 100k, that you pay the 5% interest in. It's in the Quixel Bridge is part of that deal, and the MetaHuman I think it is too because it's Unreal. When you are making 100k up, then you're gonna pay for it. So yeah, I can hear the questions. Why don't you just use Unity? It's completely free to use. No, it's not completely. Or just use a other engine that's completely free to use. And the answer is just pretty easy for me though. It's graphical looks with the idea of not needing the best PC to play the game on if you are doing your things correctly, and that will be at the end stage of the game, of course. But like if the developer does his work correctly on Unreal Engine, graphics looks amazing, and you don't need a 4080, 4070 Ti to play the freaking game normally, like right, like Cyberpunk. So yeah, what type of game am I building now? This is gonna be a ghost hunting game. I know the hype is gone, but I love this type of games. Metaphysical is my favorite ghost hunting game. The first edition though, I don't know. I didn't play like the updated version. I still need to do it. We're gonna do it on stream. I promise. We will do it. And Phasmophobia. I really didn't like Phasmo in the beginning, but I just started the new update, and they added a lot of changes with the game. I'm not that scared of spooky games anymore, you know what I mean? I can see the thoughts of the developers in the game, and I think maybe that will ruin that game experience. But like, um, it gives me like the love of the game more. I can see how hard it is to make some parts, and that's the reason too that I'm building a ghost. The ghost hunting game experience for me is like there are some challenges in the development that needs to be done correctly, like pathfinding and AI pathfinding. Though let's call it that because that's what I'm going to use in Unreal Engine here: AI pathfinding, and um, the hunting mechanic. Like when does the ghost tell you to hunt, or when does it starts to hunt? You know, the randomizing. Like when you start a map, the picking of the ghost that's gonna be there. Like I already have the sequence in my mind. Like you press start game, yeah, the game will go take a random number from 1 to 10. If it's 5, it's that ghost, and then there goes another mechanic again, like what's his spawn room? So then it goes again 10, 2, spawn in a living room, like that. And then you have certain items in Phasmodo. We are still talking about Phasmodo, about the cursed items. Again, after the spawning room, let's see, let's pull two numbers. It's 2 and 7. Okay, that's cursed that and that. In Phasmodo, they have set places, the map. So there, item there. My game, if we're gonna use cursed items, it's always gonna be random, like the bone system in Phasmo. Yeah, the camera system at itself is so immense in my thoughts. Like I cannot even apprehend how to build that yet. That's how I'm still doing. Why I'm doing this? This decision to build a horror game is and a ghost hunting game is more or less for me to learn to build some mechanics that I can use later on, because these things will help me even with the smallest thing, like to make a circle for a battle royale game, right? I know the randomizing stuff, like how to make a big circle, where to put it afterwards. That will help me in the future if I would. Not telling if I would, but like a yeah, I don't know the English word for it, but like it's like the I want to say the word because I can't. ADHD though. Yeah, if you guys think I'm talking too quick though, tell me in the description because I have ADHD. If I need to talk a little bit slower, I need to do that. And yeah, but yeah, that's like the game that I'm going to build. It's a horror game for now, and I'm building it until launch. That's one thing for sure. And if it's gonna be a free game, it's gonna be a single player. If then it's gonna be a single player only. Then you can play it single player with certain things. But I can already almost certainly promise you guys it's not gonna be a single player only because there's gonna be an XP system in it. And I want you to play with your friends, so you can brag with your friends, you can help your friends to do stuff. So it's gonna be a little bit of a co-op game. Phasmo is not completely multiplayer because one person is hosting a room and you can join the co-op experience to find the ghost. So yeah, that's like the game that I want to play. So the one question that is really stupid to talk about already, but I really just want to talk about it because the answer I can already tell you is I don't really know because I'm doing this solo. I'm still learning and. But the question is, when do you expect? The expectation is 0 for now for launch. I have a launch date for a version of the game already. I know it's quick, but you need to have deadlines. I'll talk about that in a second. Well, I have no expectation of a full launch. I will not drop the game in early access. I will not drop the game. Yeah, I will not try to drop the game in early access. The reason why is developers nowadays are abusing the early access system, in my opinion. Put the game on early access, it released with a lot of faulty mistakes. Look at Wayfinder for now. They release the game on early access. It's gonna be a free-to-play game. You need to pay for it. It's gonna be even a free-to-play game. My game is not. If it's gonna be fully set, it's gonna be around €5 to €10. Euros though. It's gonna be 12, max $12 dollars. Well, they put it on early access, and they keep it there for years. The same as Ark. They did it for around 5 years, keep it early access, and then, oh, it's released 5 maps later, or 3 maps later, more dead dinos later. They didn't even finish the base game. Green Hell, the new game of Green Hell, is doing the same at the moment, putting on early access. They already fully built the game though. I can promise you that though. They fully built the game, but they put it on early access, and they just released 20% of the game. And then they just gonna send content. You know, double check your content. Okay, they will double check hopefully that content, but release that content that they already made. And release it again. And release it again. Then the game is done for 80%, right? But the other 20% is technically where you paid from. Then the game will go out of early. And they wait for that 20% to release with a DLC. That's how they abuse the early access system, and I hate it. So that's what I'm trying to not to do, is to put the game on early. Here's the promise though from me to you guys. If I release the game on early access, the game will be 80% off for the full price. And if the game will cost €10, the game will only cost €2 in early access. So everybody has a chance to buy it. Because I'm releasing a faulty game, in my opinion. Because that's what you do in an early access game. You release a faulty game, and to make that expectation better for the player, you need to or do it free to play in early access, or just do it in a really, really big discount. And what I said, there is also a possibility that I'm doing it free to play because I'm still just a 2-man team. And there will be in-game content payable, of course, like passes. Really don't want that in a ghost hunting game, but it should be cool though if you can. But let's don't talk about that though, because I'm not building this game for the money. I'm building this game to have fun with my friends, my family, and with you guys. And I think a ghost hunting game is the perfect game to do that, because like if you make a shooter game, people expect skins or weapons. People expect a fucking season pass. And if you're not releasing with a season pass, go away. Come here. Sorry though, it's my kitty. I'm gonna do him here again, and he now needs to shut up, and he's gonna stay here for the rest of the video. But yeah, that's something I really don't want to add in a game where microtransactions rule the world. And that's something too I want to promise, as long as I'm the owner of Dragon 3D Interactive, or from the game development company I work for. If I'm the owner there, if I am the CEO, there will never be a pay-to-freaking-win game that I will release. So yeah, that's a little bit too much talking about different stuff about other games, but this game, expected to launch, there's none. I hope somewhere in 2024. And yeah, so that's a little bit of the launch date. A little bit talk too much about it. We are 30 minutes in, and I know it's a really bit annoying. The last part that I want to talk about is going to be a long part too. I am sorry if this is a 20-minute video. The next video that we have is a update video, or how far we are in the game. And I think I'm going to do that weekly, because I'm planning my stuff in weekly now. So, the roadmap for now, I have here on a spreadsheet. Yes. And you already saw a date there if you completely watched perfectly. Oh no, it's a little bit down there. The roadmap is for week 1, very simple, is the movement with a sprint for the player. It's going to be easy. The enemy spawn. So the enemy needs to spawn just at one point that I want him to spawn. It's not going to be random yet. And enemy movement. This is built up. This will need work every other week to perfect it, because you need hiding spots and other stuff to have course, with the ghost. Then the to-do list for weeks after that, or maybe already in week 1, is the evidence mechanic. The ghost needs to have evidence to get fined. The XP mechanic. So after that you have the evidence mechanic, a way to win for the game. So without an evidence mechanic you cannot win the game. There will be also an XP mechanic. After the XP mechanic in the roadmap will be the random enemy picker mechanic. So that's the ghost. There will be a few ghosts in the release. I will talk about that a little bit later. After that, there will be a player can lose mechanic, so a hunt mechanic, so the ghost can hunt and kill you. But I'm thinking about, I'm just putting it down now on IDs2, so you can see I'm already working on the game. I'm gonna put it a little bit down there, make a little bit of this. Give me a sec, you guys can hear me type. I play a separate way in that the player can die. So, but for the first part of the game, where we're gonna talk about, or I have a release date for, is, yeah, just you can only die when the ghost is hunting. Yep. Let me look where we are. And then after that, if we have all the basics mechanic ready, we need UI creation. And I forgot one part here. It need to be items and consumables. That's one part after. That needs to be a little bit up. Like, first we are gonna redo the list again. The first part is gonna be items and consumables. Items and consumables, and then the evidence, right? So you have items where you can make with. Yeah, after the last part, then I'm gonna make 2 death maps. Those are not gonna be any graphical or something like that. They're gonna be looked like a little bit like this. You know what I mean? No roof on it. It's just gonna be this, a few rooms, and that's how you're gonna walk to it. The fun thing is, though, I'm gonna build the layout already how I wanna be the first 2 maps, so you get a little bit of that feeling already how the maps are built. That's gonna be the first thing, though. And there's not gonna be a lot of stuff in it and everything else, but like basic developer map. And then we have UI creation. Start game. What map am I going to play and everything else. The thinking about that is gonna be first a UI. Afterwards, we're gonna do it a little bit like the new version of the physical and how fast mode does. Right? With the computer screen, you can pick your map and then bam, load game. Right? So that's how we're gonna build it afterwards. I have a few notes for me. Then the goal is, because we are starting today with the program, is that we have in 5 weeks a developer alpha build 1.0. And that means then we are on version 0.1 in reality, but we have a alpha 1.1. And a developer version 1.0, I want to release 7/10/2023, or it's on itch.io, or it's somewhere else where we can release a game for free. But that's the part where I'm going to do it. Maybe we're going to do it on a Patreon, so you guys can help support the game. So you can. The price will be $0, but you can pay a little bit to help us support the game, and maybe hire a 3D modeler to do some other stuff that we don't have time for. But we're still thinking how are we going, maybe on our own website or something like that. So yeah, that's the announcement for today, and that's probably gonna be the end of the video too. So expect a alpha release that you're gonna play single player only. I told you no single player only, but like the testing of the game will be single player. It's gonna be 7/10/2023. So it's like in 1 month and what do I say, 9 days? So 30, let's say 40 days time. We have 40 days time to get so far in the game. That means we have 40 days to stream daily, but not in the weekends, to build this game out. So yeah, for the people that are watching this video right now live, Project Spooky is seenable, and you can talk with me on Discord, on the Project Spooky Discord. I will put a link in the description below for the Project Spooky Discord. And I will be streaming here every day. From Monday to Friday. Times are not really ready yet, but I will try to schedule the stream an hour before. So when I'm streaming, just check my stream, press the notification bell. So yeah, if you are interested in a new ghost hunting game, or you are interested in game development itself, and you want to learn maybe a little bit of my stupid mistakes, press that subscribe button. Press the like button if you liked it. It would probably help me a lot though in the beginning if people like the video with the YouTube algorithm to get me some new viewers of the games. And don't forget to share that there is a new ghost hunting game in the horizon. And it probably may take until February next year to have a playable beta with multiplayer, but we will get there. People, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'm gonna continue streaming, creating this game for 3 hours. And yeah, you are welcome to watch. Check me out on TikTok. It's K112, and maybe tonight we are playing games too. Also, see you guys later, and see you in the next video, next developer video, and that's gonna be next week Monday. See the progress where we are right now. Yes, thank you all for watching, and bye.